Hey guys, so today's video is going to be me trying to create this skull look by Steph Toms on Instagram. And to start out, I'm just going to start by kind of perfecting my base with the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. You guys know I love this one. I'm just blending that into my skin with my Real Technique sponge. You guys know this is my favorite way to apply foundation. Just looks really skin-like when it's all said and done. And then I'm going to go in with a bit of my Pixi Correcting Concentrate in Brightening Peach, and I'm just patting this under my eyes with my ring finger to just cancel out those dark circles. I find using a corrector really does make a huge difference. Then I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, and I'm just applying this under my eyes kind of in a triangle shape. And then I'm just blending that out with my Real Technique sponge. Once again, I really like the finish that this gives under my eyes as well. I just feel like it's the best way to apply coverage products to my skin. Then I'm going to go in with my Essence All About Matte setting powder, and I'm going to take my e.l.f. highlighting brush and just set my under eyes real quick using this powder, and then I'm also going to set the rest of my face. I'm just kind of pressing the powder in, not really using sweeping motions. Next, I'm going to go in with my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and I'm just taking this on a Morphe brush from the Copper Dream set and just kind of blending this around the perimeters of one side of my face. So I'm only from here on out applying products to one side of my face because this is going to be kind of the blank side, and the other side of my face is going to be where the skull kind of comes to life. So next I'm applying the Laura Geller Baked Blush and Brighten Blush in the shade Tropic Hues, and I'm just blending this on my cheeks, just giving a little bit of life to the skin. Then I'm going to go in with my Sydney Grace Co. Pigment in Lace. I think this might be a loose highlighter actually, but it is absolutely beautiful. I love how blinding it is. It might be a bit orange for me, but it's absolutely stunning. Next, I'm going to fill in my brows with the NYX Tame and Frame Brow Pomade. Mine is in the shade Blonde, and I'm just going to kind of speed through this because I feel like watching me do my brows is not very interesting, especially because I feel like I'm not the greatest at doing my brows. And I am just filling in one brow, I'm not filling in the other one. Then I'm going to go in with my ColourPop No Filter Concealer, and I'm just going to apply this to the lids, and this is going to act kind of as an eye primer and kind of a base too, because we are going to go in with liquid lipsticks on the eyes, and I don't really want them to stain my eyelids. Then once again, I'm going to go in with the Essence All About Matte setting powder in that same e.l.f. brush and just kind of lightly set my eyelids. Once again, we're going to go in with the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer and just a fluffy crease brush. This one's from Shop Miss A, and I'm just really blending this through my crease just to build up some really subtle definition there. I'm also running it under my lower lash line with the same brush, just pinching it a little bit. Then I'm going to curl up my lashes on one side and apply some of my IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. Next, I'm going in with my IT Cosmetics Brow Power Brow Pencil, but you guys can take any brow pencil you want. I'm just kind of using this to sketch out the shape of the skull that I want to create. I wanted to use a brow pencil because it's a little bit softer and easier to use than, let's say, like a liquid liner right off the bat. This is a little bit easier to smudge and kind of wipe away. I'm just really following the picture that I found on Instagram. I'm drawing kind of a rose on my cheek and then also some petals kind of near my temple. I'm also adding some leaves kind of around the rose on the stem or the vine. And now I'm kind of adding that really pretty flower shape around my eye. I just kind of sped through this because I feel like this look turned out to be kind of a fail, and I found that this part was just kind of tedious to watch, so just for your watching enjoyment, I sped through it a little bit. But I also drew like a little rose petal on my nose, and right now I'm kind of attempting to draw teeth. I don't think I did a very good job, but I'm attempting to draw teeth. This is my first Halloween look ever, so I say it wasn't terrible for a first attempt. Next, I'm going in with the Ulta Matte Lip Cream in the shade Striking, and I'm just kind of starting to fill in some of those areas that I kind of sketched out. At first, I'm going in directly with the applicator, but the applicator ended up being kind of bulky, and it was really hard to get kind of those flower petal shapes to come out really nicely and kind of crisp. So you'll see in a second that I do end up going in with my AOA Studio E122 brush, just kind of to spread the product. And I really found that the tip of this brush, since it's nice and rounded, it made it really easy to kind of stamp that petal shape in. As you guys can see, I'm doing that right here. It took a lot of the guesswork out, and that was really, really nice. I'm also just taking kind of some of that excess product and just blending it over my lid and kind of through my crease up to the brow. I just didn't want to cake on a ton of liquid lipstick, so I was trying to do a really light layer and just use what I already had on my face. And then I am covering my brow completely. I did go back in with the applicator. You guys can see that was like the point of no return. So I did go back in with the applicator just to cover up my brow because that needed a bit more pigment. And then I'm just blending it out a bit with that brush and kind of perfecting those petal shapes. And here I'm just filling in the rose with that same matte lip cream from Ulta. And again, just kind of blending it and perfecting those edges with that little brush. This is such an amazing little brush. I use it for eyeshadow constantly, and it's awesome. It's only $1, and I just absolutely love it. I'm also filling in that little rose petal that was on my nose. And I just took kind of some of the excess liquid lipstick and filled in those petals that I drew on my temple. Next, I'm going in with the ColourPop Ultra Satin in the shade Wink, I believe. And this is a bit of a deeper berry shade, so I'm just kind of using this on the edges of those shapes that I sketched out to add a little bit of depth and dimension to the look. At first, I'm just going in with the applicator of the liquid lipstick. You guys will see in a second that I do go in and kind of blend a bit with the brush and just kind of perfect the shape even more. And then I decided I needed a little bit more dimension to the look, so I went in with the Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit lipstick in the shade Pink Really Hard, and I'm just kind of adding this towards the center-ish, I don't know, in some of the shapes. I didn't really know what I was doing in this part, but I just wanted to add some more contrast, so I just kind of patted that on, and then once again went in with that little teeny tiny brush just to blend it out a little bit so the lines didn't look so harsh. And then I'm going in with just a little bit of my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer on just a Real Techniques pointed liner brush. And I'm just further highlighting and giving these shapes on my face a little bit more dimension because I felt like they were still looking a bit flat. So I was just kind of adding a little concealer and then patting it out with that Shop Miss A brush once again. I'm just kind of adding some highlights to each flower petal, and then I'm going to go in with my ColourPop No Filter Concealer, and I'm just cutting out my lid with this concealer. At this point in time, I realized that I didn't quite follow the picture correctly because she didn't put any on her lid, so I wanted to change it up a bit. And then I'm just going to go in with this Wet n Wild eyeshadow brush and just kind of blend over the edges of that concealer. Next thing I'm going to go in with my NYX glitter glue and just pat that all over my lid where we put that concealer, and then I'm going to go in with the Sydney Grace Co glitter in the shade Florence and just pat that all over my lid, and I thought that was so pretty. Next, I'm going with the shade Sweet Beets from my Morphe 35M palette. I'm just really blending that on the outer corners and just a teeny tiny bit in the crease to blend that into the liquid lipstick. Then I'm going to go in with my Essence Long Lasting Eyeliner in black and just give myself a little wing. I just wanted a little bit more definition so the eyes didn't get lost. Then I'm going to go in with my ColourPop No Filter Concealer, but this one is in white. And this time I'm taking a Real Techniques smudge brush and I'm just filling in everywhere that hasn't been covered with pink yet because we are going to fill this in with green, and I really wanted the green to pop, so I thought adding a white base would really make it more vibrant. Then I'm going to go in with the shade Green with Envy from my Morphe 35M palette, and I believe this is my ColourPop small shadow brush or something like that, and I am just patting that shade in. Then I'm just kind of going in with a smaller, more detailed brush and filling in the teeth that I created along my mouth with that white ColourPop concealer, and going in with the same Green with Envy shade and just filling those in a bit. Next, I'm going in with my Maybelline Fit Me concealer once again, and I'm just adding a little bit more dimension to the leaves and the teeth that I created, just because I wanted them to be a bit more dimensional, and I'm just patting concealer on there, or I'm applying it with a brush, and then I'm patting that with my finger just to blend it a little bit. Then I'm going in with the white No Filter concealer once again, and I'm just creating a couple more leaves around my eye flower thing. I noticed in the picture that she had some, and I just hadn't created them initially. And then I'm going in with these shades Green with Envy and Express Yourself. I wanted these leaves to be a little bit different, just to add something a little extra to the look. I thought maybe they'd be a little bit more vibrant. Then I'm going to go in with the Essence eyeliner once again, and I'm going to start tracing those shapes that I drew on my face. So I'm kind of just following the lines that I made with that brow pencil, and now I'm just covering them in liquid liner. And right here, I'm just going to add kind of a little vine that leads down to that rose petal on my nose, just what she did in the picture, and I thought it looked really cool. So I'm just outlining those leaves around my eyes, and then I am going to go in and outline the actual flower shape itself as well. Then I'm just taking that little Shop Miss A brush and just kind of blending the edges of that liquid liner. I don't think it really worked, but that's kind of the idea that I was going for. I wanted to soften it a bit, and then I am just going to go in and curl up my eyelashes and apply some IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara to the other eye. Then I'm going in with my Sonia Kashuk Sheer Luxe lipstick, and this was in the shade Shell Pink, and I'm just applying that to the half of my lips that does not have teeth on it. And then I wanted to add a little something to my jaw because she had it in her picture, so I'm just kind of drawing like a vine with 3 little branches on it, I guess. And then I'm going to go in with my ColourPop No Filter concealer once again and just kind of freehand those little leaves. I wasn't too worried about these being super perfected or anything. I just wanted a little more detail to that area. And I'm filling that in with that same green from the Morphe palette. Then I am just kind of outlining those little leaves a little bit, just so there's a bit more definition around them. I'm going to add just some little like swirls off the vine, just because I thought I added a cool little detail. And that's actually going to complete this look, you guys. I feel like it was a bit of a fail. It's not my favorite look that I've ever done, but I've really never done a look like this. So I thought it would be kind of fun to share with you guys, especially since it's Halloween. But thank you guys so much for watching, as always. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I hope you guys have a happy and a safe Halloween. Bye!